There we go. I should be live on everything. Morning. Alright. I know what my goal for today is. I have a notepad of things to get done today. Quite a few things I've got lined up. Maybe someone will pop in, maybe someone won't. But it keeps me on track, which is nice. Okay, let's start with a simple one. When someone finishes, disable their colliders. Okay. So actually fully utilize all my monitors. Okay. Sure, we can roll out like that. That's not a problem. Not sure if anyone's watching, but morning. Can you hear me fine? Oh, it is early in the morning. Sure, we'll roll with that. So that should work. Need to actually test if it works though. Sure, we'll do empty. So my next plan of action, it's one item ticked off my list. This would be... there we go. That one done. Good morning, anybody that's decided to hop in and watch. Currently just going through doing some cleaning up of my project. Morning. Not even sure if anyone is here, but AL is what it is. We have a lot to do today. A lot. Across the board. Got my list of to-dos. Alright, that's that one done. If anyone's there, how are you doing? That's sorted. Next, need to actually hook it up. I like to think my game's quite pretty. I've gone for the chillest of vibes on it. How's everyone doing today? I see there's a couple people in the chat. If you're listening, how are you doing? Either that or you're just chilling and lurking. Right, that's that one knocked out. What's the alt key for tick? Zero 252. Nope, that is not it. Alt 10003. That was a double exclamation mark. That was not correct. Alright, so level display's done, that's that one done. Explosion of barrels each further, right. I need to make my barrels a little bit more potent. I think that'd be more fun. Save that, enter here. Let's make the explosions just a wee bit stronger. Explosion force already 1,000. Let's make it 1,500, 2,000. You can get absolutely yeeted from it. Explosion radius. Sure. Then yeah, that seems fine. Okay, so that's the barrels done. Longer time for levels account for latency. Yes, levels are way too quick given the circumstances of the game. 60 seconds, let's do 90 for easy. For hard, it's currently set to 60, so okay. Bomberman and Bouncy Ring. They're hard, so I'll stick 120 on them. And Bomb Crossing. Actually, for these ones, I'll do 115. Medium will get 120. There we go. Okay, so that's all the time sorted out. We can just take that one off our list. Level indicator on animal, parent underneath rotation. I've done that. Player level indicator on animal, actually hook the level up. Oh, I corrected the wrong thing. Right, one sec. Let's actually make sure that I do this correctly. So when someone joins and they get the UI element, it doesn't actually showcase their level. It just says level 1 on it. So that needs adjusting to... Let's have a look. That's levels, level selection, environment gameplay, Twitch utilities. Why don't you get spawned in? Let's go have a look. There's box. Nope. Okay, it's the player display panel. Let's go and apply the logic to this as well. Alright, so that's that one. Need to initialize it. Sweet. I also need to go change the one on the player. So I realized I added it, but I don't think I actually assigned values. Yup. Level box. Okay, so that's all the level stuff hooked up. Save task at end after leveling up. Yes, because I don't actually have a task for saving anything yet. Things do save, but nothing actually saves. Just kind of annoying, but we could solve that. Where do I put the level up system? Oh, it's in here. That's not what I need actually. I need the save load. That might be in Twitch actually. Yep. It's in here. Okay. So now I can get it to save once all the level up stuff's happened, which is nice. Okay, so that's that one done. Nice. Alright, so fix sprite for the hen. Oh yeah. One of my sprites has a little white line at the bottom and I noticed it. It's going to really bother me if I don't clean it up. So sprites, animals, farm animals. Which one of you has a wonderful white line on the bottom? I think it was it this one? Yes, it was you. Gotcha. Alright, let's check you in. Oh. Alright, that's that one fixed. Made a whole list of things that needed fixing and changing. Bug when cleaning UI elements for level up. Am I not actually cleaning this up is my question. It'd be really annoying if I'm not. Player display boxes dot for each box to show a box dot game object. That should theoretically be doing it. Is it calling a non-disable? Yes. Let's do a run through and see if it's doing it. Go with the pen. Press play. Any level will do. I just need to join, that's all. Let's do some movement, let's test. Yep, that seems cleaned up, which is nice. That level should load in. Skip. Experience. Ooh, Wait. Was it already... Check the user data a second. Experience is 96, so it should be level 3, which begs the question, why does that level say 1? And why does that level say 1? When they should be reflecting the actual levels themselves, unless... Hopefully it's an easy fix. Calculate level from experience, calculation ref. Okay. Oh, right, that's right. Because that's not actually pointing towards anything relevant. Calculation reference is null. So when it does the calculation, does it tell me? Yeah, no calculation reference is set. Okay, so that's why that's not working. So I can still test whether or not the experience thing... Okay, it shows just me, which is fine. Let me just check that that's actually being removed. Okay, it has not removed it. Which is fine, that's fine. Let's join again. Oh, okay, I forgot to clear it. That's what I missed. That's why it's giving me the error. Right, that's that one fixed. What's the previous one? Calculation reference for the level. The level manager should be handling that. So... level up manager dot instance dot get level. Let's create one. Get total level, calculate level from experience, take an experience and calculation reference. Okay, so that should now point to the right thing. So now this should be called level up manager. Get level experience, passing the experience, so XP. That should be that sorted. All golden. Sweet. And turn my camera off for just a second. There we go. My version of Visual Studio is no longer supported or serviced. Ugh. I don't want to update. Updating. Blech. Okay, so let's see if that's actually working. Sitting in silence sucks. This is what it is. Why you're not working? What? Why is it calling that many times? How many places are... God damn it. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Double progress, get rid of that. Calculate double from experience. Alright. That should be those ones ironed out. I got up dead ass early today. Drove my brother-in-law to work. Means up at 7:30 in the morning. It's already 11. There's just not enough time in a day. Okay, so now when I join, it should say level 3. Finally. Yes! Yes! It is working. Fantastic. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Let me just double check if I can't make the players thing actually look at the camera. Okay, yeah, Z access as well. That's all fine. Okay, so let's go and make that adjustment. Next thing I got to figure out is kind of where do I want this game to be considered finished. There's already a bunch of animal skins that you can use. Well, there's a bunch of customization. There's a few levels. Obviously, I need more content. I still need to do audio. I still need to do sound effects in general. Alright, that's done. Add scale polish to level up displays. That's an easy peasy. I'm gonna leave that for later. Okay, sound effects. To my library, I guess. Oh yeah, of course I changed the audio settings on this. If I do that, but speed it up, I guess, could probably work. Sure, that one will do. I need to top up my liquid. Let's have a think. I do wish Twitch was more communicative and that people spoke, but you don't. You sit and lurk. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Maxi. How dare you? Right, sound effects for the player. Audio const. Please dot player whoosh is one shot. Yes. Yes, true. Position, transfer to position. Okay, so now we should have whoosh sounds when you move around, which is decent. I know what this issue is. There we go. Now my audio system should work. Okay. That's evidently not loud enough. Okay, so the sound effect does work. We're just missing out on it being louder. So let's do some adjustments to that. Let's say to 2. I do need to make an active change to my audio system though for this. It's custom built, so it has a lot of functionality I want. Hey, hello. Balls. Hello, how's everyone doing? Pleasant surprise. We meet again. Would you guys like to try out my game? It's a Twitch chat game specifically. Would you like to give it a go? The command to join is up here. I'm glad you did. I've been working, I put about 3 full-time weeks into this I started in July and then I put on hiatus because I end up focusing on something else entirely, as you do as a game developer. So let's get all your animals changed. You get a selection of 3, you can choose whichever you want. So this is using a Twitch API asset that I've built something on top of to allow for commands. So you can have player specific commands or everyone commands. So everyone can do !N and then a number, and you get to pick which animal you want, or you can stay with what you want. I'm pretty sure you already are the chick. I'm pretty sure that's redundant, although there's not really many good options there. So the goal is to get to the exit point. To move is !D, and then you can either do it by an angle between 0 and 360, which is 0 is north, or you can use cardinal direction. So if I, for instance, do N, it's going to yeet me forwards, and I get yeeted back by a bomb. And the goal is just to get to the end. So in this case, I would do !D. You can also adjust the force if you want between 0 and 1. It's not usually necessary, but it can allow you a bit more freedom. So I'm going to do, let's say, 260 by 0.4. And it put me in the wrong direction. Whoops. There we go, and I'm out. East is right, by the way. You have an angle helper which tells you, although I need to make the font clearer on it. And northwest is NW, not WN. Yeah, someone else got out. You can technically spin as well. So this is a command which isn't written. More people got out. But it's designed for a streamer to kind of just chill and talk and play with their viewers. It'll probably be like a couple dollars or something like that on Steam when it comes out. It's nothing too expensive. It's a very small game. Did you? There we go. And everyone levels up. Leveling up does absolutely nothing. But it's nice to just kind of get a progression, see how much people are playing. I'm going to choose 3 because 3 is a fun one. I like 3. There you go. Yay, it's updated our levels. So I had like a to-do list of everything that needed doing. If I undo my list, everything I kind of got done. So there's all the stuff that I needed to do. And that's where it's at now. It's just making the level up screen a little bit nicer to look at. There we go. So I'm actually going to go back to my buffalo because I really like the buffalo. Buffalo's a nice one. You already are joined, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So once we've selected, I'm just going to skip it. And the goal is to get to the end as normal. It is a very simple game with a very simple premise that I kind of just wanted to stretch my development muscles a little bit. I think I'm gonna go 320. No. Oh. Oh, calculated. 100% calculated. That's me out. I have no idea what's happened to my model. It used to roll smoothly. I think something's going a wee bit buggy. How is everyone doing today? What time is it for everybody actually? It's like 11:30 at the moment for me. Thank you. You should see the main menu. The main menu looks very cute. I've gone for that really. Thanks. I'll be on like way later on in the day. I realize there's a lot of people's morning. They're just chilling before heading to work. So incredible. You can do something like direction north and then do like 0.2. So you can actually adjust the amount of force that you put in. So that way you don't just ram straight into it. With the space, preferably. There's no real nice way to onboard people onto this. Oh, there we go. So if you use the angle helper to figure out what kind of angle you want to go for, I'd probably go for something like... or little by little. Then you can just do pure west and then pure north and you should be fine. I don't think you're going to hit a bouncer. Go left. Yeah, there we go. Out you get. I want to pick a level with a different environment just so I can show you what it looks like. Oh, I leveled up again. Sweet. Now, right, I'm going to skip through this. Oh, that's what I need. I need a reselection thing. I need to make it so I can shuffle the level selected. Right, I'm gonna just quickly zip through the second. Join. Let's skip. And then skip. Yeah. I don't care about the experience. Hold up a second. All right, there we go. So you can pick, for instance, N3 or N1. You get to see the animation I've ran for it. Oh no, you already have seen it. We did bomb crossing already. But I just like the animation. Took like a day or two to kind of get working. Love that animation. Yeah. Incredible. How's your you mentioned that you made a, oh, you need to join first. It says players only. You said that you made a Twitch API or Twitch thingy using the API. What was that about? Oh, you can do it in one. Cool. Oh, awesome. Bubba, is it on your channel? Let's go and have a look. What? Have I not followed? Have I not? Oh, have I not followed you yet? I think I followed you. There you go. You have my follow as well. Have look-sies. Let's go for friends. Wrong bod. Wrong bod. Get my stream back up on the side. 1 second. Recent broadcasts. Quick testing Twitch integration. Did me bringing up Twitch integration make you still in testing phase? Oh, wrong bod. Ah. Is it this one? I assume so, the third video. Yeah, so it's this one. What are you using for the Twitch integration? Did you just build a quick one yourself? Building a simple one that just listens to commands isn't too difficult. Every time. What are you trying to type? One second. If I go to Unity Asset Store, it might be the same one I'm using actually. Twitch API. There's a couple of them. Ah, you're using the free one. Okay, let's try that again, but actually spelling Twitch correct. Which one are you using? Twitch Chat Connect, fair enough. That makes sense. When I was doing my research into assets on here, I was trying to figure out which one I wanted to use. In the end, I believe I've gone for Streamlinked, which is the most expensive one, but it comes with a hella load of information on it. So for instance, I get access to a whole bunch of stuff. If I join just to get my player data up, I can just go to Twitch Managers, Twitch Command Manager, Data Manager. So in here, I can get access. So this is all the stuff that I've hooked up when they join, but I get access to a lot more than that. So inside of the Twitch data, you get for this, chat user data, and this has Twitch message. And this Twitch message has all sorts of stuff in it. It's like an entirely built thing, keeps track of everything. I think this guy went and wrote a middleman for every single thing that Twitch API provides you. So for instance, I could make games where things are better if you're a subscriber or a follower or something like that. So there you go. So is subscriber, is turbo. So I get to keep track of that. And if I go down to recent people, identity, Kiro Shift, LeGingerDev, so he followed me. Okay, needs to join back for that to happen. This just gives me a string with everything pretty simple. Yeah, that's pretty much what I did when I did it in the past. It ended up being just a case of passing the data, but I built an entire like command layer on top. So I really abstracted everything. So I built like components. I've got a extension library essentially in here. Everything in here is stuff I've built on top. So I built that poll, for instance, when you join. That's custom made. This is using a whole bunch of stuff. So I've got a command system that's really easy to make brand new commands for stuff via interfaces and basic classes. But all of this is built on that. And then number selection. So all the things like choosing a level or choosing a character or anything like that is just a specific class I can inherit for this. Oh, wrong one. Well, that's actually part of it. But all of it's generic. All of it can be passed in anything and used for anything, completely depending on what my goal for it is. I really wanted to build something which was really dynamic. But I don't know where to go with my game from here. I don't know. I struggle with reaching endpoints for projects and just being able to set down and go, right, it's done. But I don't know what I should add to this. It still needs audio and sound effects and stuff, which is easy. That's not difficult. It needs... the settings menu needs doing. But I can show you what the main menu looks like actually. Yeah, it's a pretty common feeling, to be honest. It's very common to have that general struggle. Yeah, this is the beauty of my main menu. It's very inviting. Everyone does. You can change their expressions, you can change what animations they play and stuff. It's just from a cute animal asset pack that I've wanted to make a game with for the longest time. And the music's nice. If I pause my music a second. Nobody's noticed that the music was done by AI. Because it doesn't sound like it at all. Yeah, what functionality do you think I should add to this? Accessories. See, I have a customization system already. I did think about doing stuff like hats and stuff like that, but it would just take the life out of me to do it, if that makes sense. Yeah. There's more gameplay functionality that I want to add to. So there's one thing in here as well that I haven't put into a level yet. It's these. I just push you around. So if you want, I can show you how easy it is to make a level. All my levels are just prefabs. Maybe some spikes. What would spikes do that isn't... Oh my god, portals sound great. Oh my god, right. Inspired. I'm gonna do portals. Portals are fun. What would the logic for a portal look like? I'm wondering if it should be one of those kinds that like, it's just instant. Yeah, sure. Let me design a portal. I've got what, 20 minutes? That should be enough time. Not to get the visuals for it done, but definitely the programming. Some cranes, like in those arcade games, that hover and randomly pick up an animal and drop anywhere. The issue with that one, there's latency. If you start adding in things that can do stuff when you're not paying attention, you can't do it. Otherwise, you get unhappy players. It needs to be something which people can do nicely. Yeah, it's a major design hurdle that you need to think about. Let's put my music back on, mute this again. But I do understand, like, when I was coming up with ideas for this, it was definitely top of my mind. Ooh, Gen 5, go for it. So let's have a look. Gameplay loop. Also, you can see my scripts. Really, really organized. But this is, I'll show you how much has just gone into this. All of this makes up my game. These are all the scripts I've made, at least. Not including like other packages and their stuff. Gameplay, mechanics, let's make a portal. I need to be able to make them like portal pairs and stuff like that. Portal. I think only need the components. I don't think there's gonna be anything else that's required here, but I think it's gonna be store the current velocity in the current direction they're traveling, disable them, move them over, re-enable, reforce. Just a two-step process. It really shouldn't be too complex here. Portal. Come on, Unity, stop being slow. I have one really itchy nose today. Thought I was getting ill, so I'm getting ill. Making me have the sniffles and the coughs, and it's not pleasant. Alright. Let's have a think. I need... I don't like using the update loop. I'm trying to avoid it wherever possible. So it needs to always be working. I don't like making the start and I enumerator. I'll make a void. Oh, absolutely. 100%. Private portal. So a couple things I need is keeping track of the last few people that have gone through it, so you don't get the teleport. It needs to be a cooldown specific to individual entities going through. You need to keep track of their current velocity. You need to keep track of... Okay. Public IEnumerate. Let's do a hash set. What assets do you use on your projects consistently? There's three main ones that I use consistently in almost every project. Deuterine is definitely one of them. Odin is another one. Mainly because Odin just allows me to do some really handy editor stuff. And easy save, which is what I use for very quick testing for saving loading instead of having to do anything like JSON formatting. Deuterine, Cinemachine, and my custom-made audio manager. Hey, you've got one as well. I guarantee you it's nothing like mine. I don't know what kind of approach did you go for your audio system? I went very, very different to a lot of people. And Cinemachine, that's more like a Unity package. That doesn't count. Pokemon Black and White had one of my favorite soundtracks. You say pools. Do you... I assume you're trying to do the same thing which I do, which is not having to have an audio source on any object because keeping track of that's a pain in the ass. Instead, what you're probably doing is whenever you need an audio source, you spawn in an audio source for it. I showed my audio system actually. I have a audio system, it's also got all the save stuff as well. So I don't even need to do anything. It's all just pre-built, all the settings and everything. I just drag this from another project straight in. But all my audio is scriptable object based. Yeah, that's the correct way of doing it, I think. But all mine is through this. So I have my audio manager, which has a BGM controller and an SFX controller. When I press play, it creates a audio player thing, which already has the mix and everything set up in it. Up to, I think there's 2 for background music, so you can do the cross fading I've got set up. And for sound effects, I think it spawns 10. Not that I need 10. And all of my audio is hooked up by this. So I've got set in a const name and an ID. Then once I'm happy with all of these audio clips I've got, I chuck them all into this. And I just click a button and it generates me a file out of it. So if I type in audio const IDs, it generates me this. So my whole goal with my audio system was to never ever have to call audio source.play. Instead, I could just go audio manager.play SFX. Yeah, it's a great feature. But let's say I wanted to add a new sound effect for the sake of example. Let's say player reaches end goal. So let's just say I change this and say end goal reached, or end goal reached, and then I click update name, so it's going to update the file, and then I go and add it to here, or just click final clips and I click this. And once I've done that, I can go to my code anywhere and I can literally just say audio manager.instance.play SFX, and I can do audio const IDs dot end goal reached. My whole premise of this is that when you do audio source.play, you don't actually know where the chain of command comes from. I used to use serialized classes for that sort of thing, but it became much more apparent as I became more experienced that going for a scriptable object approach gave me so much flexibility. So if I do, so I can choose a whole bunch of things. Like if I don't want it to be just a one-shot sound that's in 2D, I can choose the position. So it gets put into 3D space. It's nice for being able to have variety, but I had to rebuild this. When I left my company in January, I rebuilt this entire thing from scratch because the last one was very rushed for a specific goal and then added onto, but this was designed with purpose this time around. Okay. Okay, so that's my player port track. I usually put a message. That's fine. So now, if I go over to, so it's weird streaming on 3 different platforms at once. I'm not sure what my stream quality is like between them all. I'm funnily enough streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and Pump Fun. Not that Pump Fun's going to go anywhere, but it's still fun to do. The latency latencycy difference difference is huge though. On Twitch is about 2-3 seconds and then gets worse as your internet gets worse. On YouTube, it's like a minimum of 15 seconds. It's a long duration. And on Pump.fun, it's like 3 seconds. It's not too bad on that end either. It really just depends. I set up my OBS with multi-stream, so I can stream to a whole bunch of things. I get a bunch of set options, like I could also do Kick if I really wanted to, or TikTok. Did you stream this morning, Incredible? I did do a brief check before I hopped on, but I did hop on quite damn early. So I don't actually know. I actually just removed Streamlabs from my PC because I wanted to do multi-stream and I didn't want to pay the like $30. There's a free, like you can use the actual OBS. Streamlabs has a whole history of being a scummy company. But it's like $30 for the ultra version of, oh, new job. Oh, that's awesome. What do you do? What job you got? But yeah, Streamlabs is scummy, but I've used it for years, but I recently just stopped using it just because OBS has a free plugin. Remote music teacher job. Hey, what instrument you play? Welcome to the club. So let me make sure you can see this. Oh, my camera died, didn't it? Anytime I move it, it does that. 1 second. Properties. Deactivate, activate. There's my piano. Sat in my living room. Yep, been playing for... God, what year is it now? 2025. I'm 30. Been playing since I was like 11. I think it's when I got my very first like teeny tiny keyboard. 32 here. Yeah, it sucks being 30, doesn't it? I hit 30 in August, so a month and just over a week ago I hit 30. Sag times. What's the pay like doing a remote music? What's that pay like? Also, where are you remoting to? It is, yes. I do client work. So I make games for 2 separate people at the moment. It brings in about $3,600 a month. It's not great, but I don't live in the UK anymore, so money goes a lot further where I am. Oh, being able to save's good. I'm planning a trip to the UK with my 2-year-old and my wife for next month, and I've never flown with a child before. That's going to be brutal. I can tell already. Whereabouts in the world are you actually? What time is it for you? Yeah, got a 2-year-old. She's a wonderful blessing. She's an absolute nightmare. She hit a terrible 2s at 1. Oh, do you have 2? Oh, India. Ah. Is it hard being a dad and streaming and doing other things? It's very time consuming. I find the only time of the day I really have to myself is the period before my wife starts work. She gets like 2 years maternity leave, but then she's very lucky the company she works at. She's doing like 4 hours a day. She hasn't been forced to go back in. Yeah, so when you go back to sleep, When they sleep, you can stream and work. Yeah, sounds about right. So you have 2 kids, did you say? How old's your newborn? And how are you adjusting to it? Because me and my wife are thinking of it as well. Of having our second, or at least trying for our second soon. Alright, I need to do a detection. There's actually poor settings. Son is 2 years old and daughter of 1 month. Our daughter starts kindergarten and like, she's meant to start today, but she got ill last week, so she's got to take at least 2 weeks to get healthy. Still coughing a little bit, so you want to be tip-top shape, but she starts kindergarten like a week and a half to 2 weeks, close to the end of the month. Yeah, she had a couple days period where she just vomited everything she ate. I got completely covered by an entire meal the other day. That was fucking miserable. Not the end of the world though. How have you found the transition though from having just 1 child to 2? Because that's something me and my wife absolutely dread. Thanks, I appreciate it. What time is it in India at the moment actually? It's not far off, I don't think. Oh, it's 2:31. Okay, you're a couple hours ahead. It's worth the dread. All right, if you say so. I'm gonna just... if you say so. Wait till the older one is at least 3. Yeah. So that's why me and my wife are thinking about starting January, February time, so that we have our child will be born by the time that our daughter is at least 3, where she can actually communicate what she wants without just having a sulk on the floor, which is what she does at the moment. Yeah. We've spoke long and hard about whether or not we're going to. My boy does the same. So actually, I just realized what I'm doing here. Stupid. Collider. Goal is equal to physical love sphere. I need the radius or detection radius. Layer mask. Layer. And then I can do if calls dot small and equal to 0, then return null. Then I can do calls dot list of player controller players equal to calls dot to list dot select c dot get component player controller dot where player oh, you have a boy. Is your second one a girl? So you at least get one of each. Yep, fatherly duty will call for me in about half an hour. I appreciate the chat though. You're welcome to come in here whenever I'm on. Oh, lucky. I really hope my next one's a boy. I've got a girl. We want one of each. As we are all like that. Okay, so if players dot count smaller than 0, turn null, otherwise didn't do that. The logic, okay, so I do for this one. I don't technically need to for this one, but I'd rather. I'd like my safety checks. So for instance, the collider that I've got running for this, technically yes, I don't want it to try and run this logic, I think is the main reason for me doing this. So this is, if I don't find anything, don't even bother with trying to run anything else. It's just a tiny bit of performance for an extra line of code. How do you end up with an array with a negative length? Oh, are you on about doing smaller than equal dashes habit? I could just do equal to 0. I don't need to do smaller than. Yeah, that is purely just habit, more anything else. Oh my. Jesus, hello everybody. That is a lot of people to come in all of a sudden. Yeah, it purely comes down to I can't stay to chat, but have a great stream. Thank you. Thank you, I genuinely appreciate that. How's everyone doing? That is a big group of people to throw at me. Thorak, do you do game development at all? Or are you more just reading it going, that sounds off. A bit weird. Thank you for the sub. I really appreciate that. From Holy Boobs. Love it. Love the name. Would anybody here who's just happened to hop in like to give my Twitch chat game a go? Ah, your software. No, that makes sense. I am purely 110% just a game dev. I've been doing this for 10 years. I specifically do this full-time and have done it full-time for 10 years. I started off freelancing, was rubbish. Then met a software engineer on one of the things I was doing, on one of the projects I was doing for him, and then became friends with him. Then he trained me essentially in more software-y things, which I hate, but it's changed the way I've coded and programmed everything. Then I opened up a company, then I left the company in January. And yeah, that's me making my game. But for anyone that doesn't know what my game looks like, considering I'm still just sat in code, my game looks like, oh, have I got an error still? Let me just clean up any of that. Here. So I'll show you all what the game looks like. So this is a Twitch chat plays game. It's specifically designed for streamers to run so that the Twitch chat can play. Technically, I can join in as well. I'll pause my music a second. It looks very bubbly. But this will probably just go up onto Steam for a couple bucks. So once I click play game, we go into level select. So this is where everyone can participate. So for instance, everyone can type in exclamation mark N and then pick a level. So I'm going to choose N1 for instance. Then just wait for the time to run out. Then you can do exclamation mark join. Then you get a little cute animal. So if anybody wants to join, you can. It's not a particularly complex game. It is just a cute time waster for streamers. Hey, you got him. So you can pick an animal. Hold up. Incredible, you're back. Hold up a second. So if you do exclamation mark N, the music is very jaunty. Thanks. I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing. All right, so I'm not going to change mine, so I'm going to skip. So we get the level. To move, the whole goal is to get to this end area. You do exclamation mark D, and then you can either choose a cardinal direction or a value between 0 and 360. So in this case, I'm going to do something like 320 or 330. Oh, what did I type in? Okay. Yeah, 0 goes straight up. It's the exact same thing. So I want to do 320. Let's try. That is doable. That's a very 340. Oh, we did the exact. No! Go, 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 go. Damn it, you beat me to it. Ah. I need to change the level. I think I've got everyone preset to a high value. So everyone can pick a level. So let's do an easy one. Let's do corner pockets. Then if you want to join, just do exclamation mark join. Okay. So I'll probably need to set a longer time for other elements of the game. Would anybody else like to join? So if you want to change your animal, you can. Going for the sheep and the cow. Decent. I stick to either the buffalo or the donkey, one of which. So I can skip this. This one's very easy. I miss. Of course I do. No! How'd I screw up that much? I got out. I'm glad I got out. I believe in you, Thorak. I very much have enjoyed doing it. I'm still in the process of building the portal. I think adding the portal was a great idea. Yeah, so that's what that looks like. So I'm going to try and get the portal done. Shouldn't take too long now. I'm pretty much at the point it needs to be. Yes, every single timer are configurable. On my end, not necessarily for the streamer, although that would probably be a decent idea. What was that whining about? Let's have a look. Customization window. Player object, get component, player customization controller. That's a bug I'll figure out another day. There is an error there. Thoric, are you more on about for me to make it so I can adjust them easily, or for streamers to be able to adjust how long they want each thing to be? Yeah, I definitely think it should. I hadn't even considered that. Why the host seems more sensible in this case. Yeah. So that's something which I was either just going to, that's why the skip buttons, I was just going to make the timer for things longer, to be honest. But the idea that people could, that streamers could adjust things would be quite a nice addition. So the rigid body, I need to freeze, then I need to move them. Then I need to reapply. Transform.position. Silly. No, there's none. I did when I first made the game, I added player collision and it just was bad. It was just really bad. There was no enjoyment from anybody that came in to test at all. And they're like, if you're gonna host up to 20 people, you definitely shouldn't do collision in a game like this. Obviously for stuff like marbles on stream, it makes sense. But for this game, it just doesn't. Obviously it's funny in some instances, but definitely not in all instances, if that makes sense. Yeah, that one was play tested. Because it makes sense. It's the kind of thing you'd expect. Definitely want to add a teleport sound here. Audio manager.instance.play sfx. We'll do audio const IDs dot. We'll do portal. That's portal's fine. It'll be a one shot, and the position will be teleport. Transfer position. Oh my god. What time is it for everybody at the moment? Whereabouts is everybody from? $21.19. Are you in Australia? New Zealand. New Zealand? Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. Got a couple friends that side of the planet. What do you do for work? Does anybody here have any questions? Software dev. What kind of, okay, you said that before, but I mean, what sort of software? Software dev is a very broad scope. What language? Rigid body dot is kinematic. Oh, I need to store actually the force the person's coming in as. C#. Okay, yeah. So same area as me. Are you full stack on C# then? I'm a game stack. Not a real stack, but I'm a game stack. You probably program a lot nicer than I do, but I fortunately don't program like I see a lot of people do. Okay, so once I've got all of those references, more back end. Yeah, my one of my co-founders, when I was still working at the company, is a C# backend developer. Can't say it's ever interested me. I've tried doing Azure before for backend stuff once when I was doing stuff with like PlayFab. Nah, not for me. I'll stick to my creative field where I thrive instead. So I've got all of that stuff. So once I've got the rigid body, I've stored its velocity, I've got the position it needs to go to, and I've played a sound effect, I then need to actually stop the player. So rb dot is kinematic equals true. And then do rb dot linear velocity is equal to vector 3 or 0. Then I need to teleport them. So player dot transform position is equal to teleport pause. Then I don't think that's all that's needed really. So this will run every 0.1 seconds and it will run a player detection check. If it goes through here, it'll teleport the player. Oh, that's another thing. I'm going to comment that out, otherwise it'll give me errors. And then I also need to add this person to the teleporter. So it shouldn't reach here. Yeah, where has player entered recently? Oh, I need the opposite where they haven't entered. Otherwise that'll give me only people. Why do you need to zero out the velocity and then set it back to the original value? For a teleporter, to stop any weird nonsense that can happen when they move, it's better to pause them for a second, then move them and then go across. It's just a safety precaution more than anything else. You can do it without, but it's just better to store it instead and then push them back out. But it's a good question. A lot of stuff in game dev is about safety measures and just making, like, I come from a background where I really try to not have bugs and errors. So I safety net a whole bunch of things prior. That's why my development speed's a lot faster. So in this case, I want has player entered recently. I need to player portal tracking. So they can, once they enter a portal, they get put in the tracker and then they can't enter it again for X amount of time. I can't believe I didn't think of portals prior, but I think this is all I need actually. So it just runs for 0.1 seconds. When it destroys itself, iNumerator will stop anyways. Got all the things I think I need. Should we test it out? Let's give this a go. So let me just make a level with, they can't enter just the same portal for a certain time. They can't enter any portal for a certain time, just the one that they entered. So my portals are a linked portal. So, oh, actually, no, that's a great point actually. Because they technically would enter the next portal as well instantly, and then you just get them bouncing back and forth. That is a good catch. That's a great catch. Portal. Okay, I'm going to just add 2 functions in there for this. Just, I guess so, but it depends if... Yeah, that makes sense actually. When you need to, I'm just going to add the functions in anyway, it's just some utility. Yeah. Well, it is always, this is just completely local to what it is. Why are you not auto finishing? Why are you just cutting off like that? So actually, yeah, you're right. So player portal tracking. If we were to do recent players that add, it wouldn't be this. It'd be linked portal, wouldn't it? Linked portal dot. It's all logic thinking. There we go. Okay, so technically that should work now. Let me double check. So it finds all the colliders that are, so if multiple people enter at the same time, if I didn't find anything, doesn't continue. Then it gets all the players, it gets all the player controllers, and then checks whether or not individually they have all entered recently. Yeah. The issue, Incredible, is, and I'm sure you understand this, it's the theory behind programming and the concepts of game design are going to be very similar to software dev. The issue is the creative side. It's the creative side that screws a lot of people over. Because you can be really good at programming. This is something I have with my co-founder. Really good at programming, dreadful at game design, horrific at it. Overcomplicating things because he's a software dev, when Unity, for instance, you could serialize things and just drag things in the inspector. Like, there's all sorts of things you can do that you just can't do in software development. So if there are no players, don't do anything. If there are, teleport each individual player. Now that's not going to work right now because that's a coroutine. Yes, this is very true. It just takes a long time. Okay. So that theoretically should just work. The programming side's not, but I think having known a bunch of software devs going into game dev, they find that the transition into all the different elements of Unity or Unreal very, very difficult, because no longer is it just bound to code. Technically, you can do everything by code if you push hard enough, but learning how does audio work, how do visual effects work, models, and all like the hats you have to wear for game dev. Yeah, exactly. It's the programming transition's not difficult. It's the creative side that really is. But that's all fine. Has played entered recently. Catch. Oh wait, no, that's just going to recursively loop on myself and being stupid. What do I call that? That logic was fine. Thank you. I was originally just going to do both of them. Just doing a double check on both. All right, let's give that a go. So if I were to just make a level nitpick, could that method not return the content of the if? Yes, but I like doing it like this. I'm used to doing the kind of functions like if this, true, 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 and then return false. It's a nitpick, 100% a nitpick. That's fine. You would much prefer to see it written out like this. Like that. That would entirely be what I would do if I didn't have ideas for future stuff. Yeah, it's fair. Right, obstacle. I wouldn't really call it an obstacle so much as... Fuck it, I'll just go in obstacles. Right, first let's get a level out. So all my environments and everything, so all my environments are loaded in separately. They're all done like this. They've all got things on to make them fall up and down. Then you got aesthetics for the clouds that fall over. Then I need levels. Let's pick... I need to rename these folders actually. Medium. What? Oh, okay, the right names are on them. I just need to organize them. Easy, easy, easy. Let's move these into the right places first. Boop. Hard, hard, good, hard. Medium, go to medium. There we go. So if I was to just duplicate one of these, let's just get rid of these. I'm going to just create a box for now. Do I have a materials folder? Probably. Sure, that'll do. That'll do for now until I bring in a portal asset. Add portal to it. I'm not even visualizing. Hold up a second. You do all the SFX yourself or outsource by assets you need. I can 3D model, I can animate, I can rig and skin things. I choose not to, mainly because I did that for years prior. And I realized that if you're gonna do this solo, you need to utilize what you can. Otherwise, I have a friend of mine who's been building a game that's substantially smaller than me for about 10 times as long because he refuses to use even stuff like DoTween, which is just an animation library for tweening stuff, or using something like an asset pack for some basic environmental models. He refuses to, so he builds everything himself, which, you know, is fair. It's absolutely fair to go and do the groundwork yourself. The downside being that you're just kind of throwing your time away, if that makes sense. Which isn't top of my to-do list, I'll be honest. But yes, sound effects, I have libraries. Artwork and assets, I have libraries, but I don't just... You know the games that get called asset flips? Where it just feels like a very botched game, everything just thrown in because nothing has consistency. I try very, very hard to make sure that the assets I pick are consistent with one another. Oh, so much. But that just comes to experience. That comes down to the 10 years experience I've been doing this. Let's say Portal 1. Portal 2. You know what? Let's make sure. So they don't need a box glider on at all. Gonna be stationary. Player layout on all of them. Detection radius. Sure, that'll be enough. Player usage cooldown. Sure, 2 seconds should be fine. And the paired portal. Let's do that. So with these two portals in, I can get rid of all the other bricks. I'm going to just duplicate these two. They should be referencing each other. Yep. And change these to a different material. If you were to try making a game Thorac, what kind of game would you want to make? I think that's quite an interesting one that loads of people think about, but never do. I personally want to make an incremental game. I so badly want to make an incremental game, but the maths hurts. Even with using Claude, maths hurts. So that Let's make a level out of that. Portal test. Easy, blah, blah, blah. Let's change the prefab to this one. I'm not going to bother doing a screenshot or anything for it just yet. I'm going to level visual. I'm just going to... Tower defense game could be fun, hopefully not overly complex. I love making tower defense games. Love them. They're a lot of fun. That one. Let's say that this is in the desert environment. This is how modular I've set this up. I can just say what environment loads in with it, and it's like, oh, that's great. So now if I do auto rename, it's going to go rename the visual and the prefab in the relevant places with what difficulty it is. The only thing I need to do now is just make sure that in my gameplay manager, not that bit. Select level. Environment manager, environments, customization, gameplay. Where? Oh, levels container. There you go. Set the other day. So now I'm going to do one little thing here, which is I'm going to add a debug thing in here because I don't want to have to remove things and have them every time I want to test a new level out. Private level debug level equals, oh, that's fine. And then I can do so I can do if actually no, I'll break this in. If debug level equals null, return levels. Otherwise, return newest level debug level. There we go. That doesn't break anything and just keeps it in. Bears eat beets. Oh, is that I swear that's an Office reference. I appreciate those. Bears beats Galactica or something like that. It's been a hot minute since I've watched The Office. So theoretically, now I can just pop in a debug level. Right, did I make it so it's visible in the inspector? Yes. So now I can just say, you know what, there's gonna be one level in it. Levels container, one level. And actually, because I know that this is gonna break, I'm gonna have to do this. Don't judge. Just because I know how my system works. I don't like it either. So if I want to add in, that's why I said it, because I fucking knew you would be. Don't worry, it hurts my heart too. I don't want to do it, but I know how I've set things up. Because it uses like random selection, so I want to make sure it's just got the one. Portal test. I still bloody add it to the wrong thing. God damn it. There we go. So now there's a thing in here. So now if I press play, it should just give me that level 3 times. There we go. Sweet. Doesn't matter which one you pick. I still picked the silly one. Yeah, I spent like a good solid week just getting the customization stuff. Didn't you just choose a desert environment? Oh yeah, ignore that. I haven't done the screenshot yet. I have a thing, so I can show you this in a second, just for the sake of convenience. Yeah, it's just a preview thumbnail. Getting an actual visual of a prefab into those boxes requires way too much work. So I'll show you what I've got actually in that stead. So I join a second. And then I skip. So I've actually built specifically because I built this last week when I got back into the project after my hiatus. I built a screenshot system. So it takes a screenshot of this area and that's what you see. And technically this is the wrong camera you're looking through anyways. The actual camera that I care about is this one, which is the same one that you see. So if I just click take screenshot, it just goes and pops. If I click out and back in, let Unity load for a second. So now I should have named and wrong one. It's this one. There we go. So named once I put things in the right order. There we go. Apply. So now I can just go up to the prefab, the scriptable object at the top, portal test, scroll all the way down, and then do this one. So now that I've got this in here, I can do auto rename. It's going to complain though because something already has the name at once. So I'm going to actually just delete that a second. Do that again. There we go. And now it's all set up. So now if I was just to skip, we go to level selection, let level stuff happen. There you go. All set up. That saved me from having to awkwardly take a screenshot in photo, like in here, then take it over to Photoshop, then crop it, then save it, then go through, rename. I just built a fucking tool that did it for me because it was driving me slightly noodles. Okay, so now I need to actually test to see if this works. And it never does work the first time. If that's anything I've ever learned from doing this, is that nothing will ever work the first time you want it to. And just as a little heads up, soon my daughter's gonna be coming upstairs to go to sleep, and that's when the stream will be ending. So I'll go and find someone to kind of pass to raid. I actually don't know how to raid. Yeah, it would be too easy if it just worked the first time. We'll see if all of that preparation was for something. Oh, I'm looking from the wrong camera. It's hidden everything. There we go. Okay, so now if I do, let's say, let's do west by 0.2. Come on. Fuck. Ah! God damn it. Never ever works the way you want to. Portal 1. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong, one sec. Hold up. I might just press the wrong thing. 1 second. Okay. Round 2. Oh. Oh. That was almost correct. But that teleported. You saw that. That was a genuine thing. That was a genuine thing. I saw it with my own eyes. Bring it back up. Oh, wrong. Is it taking into account the player usage cooldown? I think I know what the problem is. I think... No, I don't know what's going on. It didn't hop from blue to yellow. What it did was actually correct, but it's not got the delay, the hash set delay on them, which is what's doing it. Okay, so first things first, I know that the portal in this portal test. So I'm gonna actually put these in a group together. So first, let's put that to play because that was what I was doing, that bit. Then let's put them in an empty parent and say portal pairs. And then I'm going to turn that into a prefab. Obstacles. Right, portals are done in terms of that. But I need to figure out, I'll just run the debugger actually on this. What happens if someone managed to get their character to stop inside a portal? Oh, what if the velocity is... Okay, so I might... So you're essentially implying to have a minimum velocity output. So they can't go slower than a particular thing. That one's probably the easiest one to do. Okay, so when we add the player portal to the track-in, instead of waiting for a usage cooldown, we could do it by the exit distance for them particularly. So they don't get removed from the hash set until... so this here. How would I do this? You'll return... I swear my PC is listening to me. My PC is 100% listening to me. It knows what it's gonna do. So yeah, if the distance between the portal's position and this would have to be the linked portal though. So if the distance is smaller than the detection radius, I won't do that. Actually no, 100% would add a little bit of buffer on that. Oh. To be honest, just to save on my own sanity here, I'm just going to do it to both. That way I can't screw this up, essentially. I'll give that a go. So player portal tracking. They enter one portal. We'll YOLO it and see what happens. Worst case, I just throw it at Claude because I can't be bothered. Like, help. I don't need Claude, but I do find it useful sometimes. Oh, my music just stopped. Oh no, it didn't. It just changed. Wait. Okay, now they're not even detecting the player. When in doubt, debug it. Detection radius is not that big. It's big enough for them to escape, but it adds one onto it, so it shouldn't matter. Around 4 times. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, so it is just zipping back and forth. I think it's just order of execution here. Which one gets called before what? Oh, of course it is. They haven't been teleported yet, so they're automatically going to be further away from the destination. Let me just chuck this at the bottom. Just a hunch here, if I'm being honest. I don't think I want to lock it entirely. I'm specifically doing a hash set because I want to keep track of the people that have gone through it. I don't want to do that in particular. I want everyone to kind of have a fair shout. Yeah, that's what the hash set's for. It was just the order I was calling it. That was it. That's all it was. It was just the order I was calling it. I knew I was doing something stupid. That, my good sirs, is a portal. Now let's do... let's go... What happens if you 0 on top of a portal? Okay, so yes, that bit hasn't been sorted out yet. So if I was to do east by like 0. Let's do 0.5. You in range? You in range? No. Oh, wrong way. Nah, I'm gonna run out of time. All right, I'm gonna loop back on it. By 0.2, then by north by 0. Let's do 3. Yeah, it's all fine now because I changed the check from a cooldown to get away a certain amount of distance. Yeah, that's all gorgeous. That's so satisfying to look at as well. Ah! Oh. I'm very happy with that. All right. I'm very, very pleasantly happy with that. Got plans for any hazards or interactables? What do you think would be good? I would really like a jump pad. So I've currently got bouncy. I've got bouncy things. So I'll show you what I've got so far. Actually, if I just skip and just go a new level. Ice mud for slowdown. I'll show you this because I haven't done anything with it yet. I'm pretty sure if I go to the level desert itself, might not be in this environment actually. It might be in. No, it's not on this one yet. Board? No. I need to change the level to a desert. So let me just to lush green. Let me just join. One-way portals, destinations only for exits. How would you visualize that? Right. So if I skip, choose the level again, it should take me to lush green now. Going to portal A, but gets sent to portal B, but running back into B doesn't move you back to A. Oh yeah, I know what you meant. I mean, how would you visualize that to the player? The way you got to think about is how do you visualize that to 20 people and be clear about it? Is it not this version of it? I was building for something like, I was building a modular collider system. So all of these tiles, so you get in 2D something called a composite collider where it takes all the sprite area and then turns into one big collider mesh. But 3D doesn't have a version of that. So I built a version of that that had that specifically. Actually, I can just show you here. Here we go. So you can see this area here. So what I wanted to do was add stuff like water and stuff. So I could have like these bits that you can fall into and stuff like that. So I built a modular composite collider for 3D models that takes all the bounds of the mesh and turns that into one collective collider. So then I could just add water into spaces and it would look correct. But that was just when I decided to take a hiatus on the project in the beginning of August. All right. Yeah, Thoric, I'm planning on streaming pretty much every day this week at the same time, if you happen to be around, and if anybody else is around. There's 15 people here, although I imagine there's 13 lurkers, which is all fine. It's all okay if that's the case. If you'd like to actually follow the development cycle of this, I'll be streaming for a couple hours every single morning my time. So you can see I've been on the stream for about 3.5 hours. But that is the plan. So I'll be on. The gummy sticky trap could be fun too. You run into it and you essentially get a bungee strap attached to you for X seconds, which drags you back to wherever you try and move. Oh, here's the thing. All these ideas aren't hard to program. They're all hard to visualize. That's my biggest pain. But it's doable. I like the idea of fake exits. Oh yeah, you just went out this way. Don't worry, it takes you nowhere. Good luck getting back in when the camera doesn't move to follow anywhere. I like the idea of one-way doorways, so similar to your idea of portals. A door that only opens from an entrance side. Fake exits that are secretly portals. Imagine just having... So the way I've got the fence system set up is because as I showed you before, because I wanted my levels to be as modular as possible. There's a couple things I've got inside of my levels. So you got the entrance point, which is here. This dictates where the player spawns. But you also got an exit point, which is just a trigger check. And I can do as many of these as I want. So I could have multiple exits for something. So I can just set up levels without actually needing to do stuff in my environment. It's designed in a way that will allow me to build custom levels. Oh, my daughter is coming upstairs asleep. I am going to... how do you raid? How do you raid people in this? No, it's fine. Mod tools. Yeah, I think if the game ever picked up traction, I'd probably go that far, but I don't think without the sword icon. Is there a sword icon? I think I have to go on someone else's stream to do that. Oh wait, no. Hey, thanks for the follow, Thorak. I appreciate it. Parachute icon mobile be raid. Oh, I have to actually go to someone's thing to do that. That makes sense. That person cancelled his thingy. Oh, there we go. And then how do I have no idea how to do this. How the fudge do I raid? Raid. I'm not sure if my microphone's picking up my daughter screaming as loud as feasibly possible or not. How to raid on Twitch? Type raid by name. Oh, okay. Okay. Right, I know. I figured out how to do it. It's all just in text. It makes sense. But yeah, I'll be back on streaming in like 10 hours because I gotta get work done today, and I'm working on my game instead of working because I'm a responsible adult. I promise. Yeah. I don't know what happens when I press enter, I'll be honest. Nice. Bye bye, everybody.